Hello, y'all. So I know that I'm late on this Love is Blind recap slash review, but it happens, you know. I don't know. This season is just, it's interesting. I'm gonna say that. And I just didn't feel compelled to like race to the mic when everybody is out there showing me mad love on TikTok. I mean, hop on over there. The fact that one of my videos almost has 100,000 views, and I'm sure it will hit that, within, I don't know, I'll be generous and say a week, is really astonishing because I just have not been on TikTok long, don't have many videos. So the fact that quite a few of my videos have outperformed people who've been on TikTok for a very long time is wonderful. So, anyways, I'm going to start with some of the more salacious news about Love is Blind before I go into my recap. That being the first being that four couples got engaged, and Netflix showed us zero of those four couples who were engaged. Now, I would go in on Netflix right now, but I'm hoping that Netflix will start giving me screeners. So I'm going to hold back. But all I will say is I really, really, really would have enjoyed seeing the other four couples. It's fascinating to me, and I don't feel alone in this opinion, but it's fascinating to watch two people meet and see how their relationship evolves. And as viewers, I think that we are entertained by that. Unless these couples are like mad boring, it's sad. And maybe, I don't know, maybe one day Netflix will release the episodes for couples from all the seasons who got engaged because it's something we need. Like, I would have loved to have watched like Josh from last season and whatever her name was. Sorry, girl. I want to say Angela, but I don't remember her name. But whoever Josh got engaged to, like, I would have just liked to see like what he was telling her in the pods because I think Josh is useless. Anyway, so four couples got engaged. One of those couples was Renee and Carter. So Renee is the girl that I said I liked. She's blonde. She just seemed cool. She seemed down. She seemed fun. And then Carter is the guy with the bald shaved head. He's tall. He's kind of like burly. Looks like a mountain man type of person, and he's the one who said he would love if his daughter like wanted to be with a guy like JP. Questionable. So anyway, they got engaged and Netflix edited them completely out, their love story completely from the show. So that is why we see Renee shopping for wedding dresses with the other engaged women, and that is why we see Carter shopping for a suit with the other engaged men. And Renee has said, or Renee said no to Carter at the altar because Carter allegedly brought another woman to his apartment. And Stacy and Izzy told Renee. Then Carter told Netflix that he will kill himself if they air footage of him bringing another woman to his place, allegedly. So that's a good reason for Netflix to scrub their footage of Renee and Carter's story. I mean, I don't know. I'm tongue tied because, like, you're threatening to kill yourself because you don't want America to know that you're a cheating piece of shit. And so that makes Netflix feel like, damn, we have to delete this footage. Like, F you, Carter. If that's the truth, F you. Next, we got Miriam and Uche. So Miriam got Uche together. Miriam was not here for Uche. Miriam was there, like, basically being the voice for all of us viewers who can't stand Uche's ass. Okay? I loved their argument because I love that Miriam was not here for any of his bullshit. She talked about toxic masculinity. She talked about how he's made the other women cry. Yes, girl. Yes. Queen, iconic. So, anyways, Miriam was the best part of episode 8. And just the other day, it came out that Miriam was actually in a relationship with Connor in the pods. So, Connor is on, I think, episode 1 and he might be on episode 2, just very short clips of him. He's a good looking white guy. So Uche did not like that Miriam was made a connection with Connor and was dating Connor and was interested in Connor. So then Uche told Connor that Miriam is looking for a sugar daddy. Connor then dumped Miriam. That's why Miriam had so much smoke for Uche. Everybody said that they know that there was a lot more to the story than what we were shown. There y'all go. Uche ruined Miriam's chance at love and a relationship. And I'm guessing for Uche to do that, we can't put anything past Uche, if this is true. We can't put anything past him because he is, talk about bitter, and he had the audacity to call Miriam bitter. His bitter, narcissistic, controlling, psychotic, egotistical, maniacal, overbearing, serious, boring, whiny ass. Let's just say that, again, that this is true. I'm guessing that Miriam is the one who told Uche she don't want to be with Uche. And then because Uche is upset that she dumped her, Uche is upset that Miriam dumped Uche. Uche then ruined Miriam's relationship. Let me tell you something. The way how I am excited when someone who is as despicable as Uche outs themselves on such an enormous platform like Netflix as a piece of shit, I am here for it. I am here for every single villain on every single reality show to go ahead and out themselves as a piece of shit, because it doesn't, once you do that, it's permanent. It's like there's so many stories of people who are on these reality shows and like they just can't really, the public doesn't allow them to move on and move past their bullshit. And when you are sitting there and just trying to ruin multiple people's lives. So we got Uche trying to ruin Lydia's life. We got Uche trying to ruin Milton's life. We got Uche trying to ruin Miriam's life. And it's like, we don't even know what other shit he was doing, with other people on the show. And we don't know what he was doing before the show. And we don't know what he was doing after the show. But we got someone who was out here trying to ruin people's lives because he is miserable. Well, yes, I'm glad he's exposed. And I am so ready for this reunion because Uche doesn't yell. Uche, he doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't yell because he's smart. Because it's actually people say, oh, the person who's yelling the first is losing the argument or whatever. He knows exactly what he's doing by not yelling, but it's like, how far are they going to push him and press him in this reunion? Will they break Uche? And the reunion is airing this Sunday. Will Uche be pushed to his limits where he is going to be yelling, where he is going to be nasty, where he's going to be the same person that we've seen? Or is he going to be crying? Is he going to be apologetic? Did he hire a PR firm or PR specialist to turn his image around? What is Uche going to bring to the table? Because Uche is dead to me. I actually follow Uche right now on Instagram because he was spilling tea. As soon as this reunion airs, I am going to unfollow, if not block, Uche. So I am dying to see what image he brings to the reunion, because Uche seems like a narcissist and he can't do any wrong. So I think he's going to just keep being an asshole and not understanding that we all hate, or a lot of people hate him because he's an asshole. Next, moving on, let's get into episode 8. Uche, as we see, he tries to get Milton to dump Lydia. Uche calls Milton his friends. He tells Lydia, don't let her or he tells Milton, don't let her control you. You're going to let her come in between your friends. Yes, Uche, you're not Milton's friend. Milton might be young, but he's far from stupid. And he recognizes that you're not his friend. You all of a sudden are claiming that you're friends just to try to manipulate Milton and convince him to dump Lydia. I can't stand this man. I think he's pure evil. He's broken. Like the way that Uche behaves, it's very obvious that he's broken. So then Uche is there trying to convince Milton that Lydia is a stalker. And Uche says, quote, I would be a bad friend if I didn't come to you and tell you that Lydia planned to be here with me so that we could end up together. She couldn't let me go. Full stop. Sorry. I didn't mean to hold that stop. Okay. There is a lot of problems with this theory that Lydia went on the show because Uche was on the show. First of all, these shows they cast everybody simultaneously. So I really need someone to explain to me, someone who actually works in the casting department for this show, to explain to me how Uche would be cast and then Lydia would have enough time to apply and then be cast. And if they are both cast and they both understand the show, they know that it's supposed to be two strangers meeting. So what would Lydia's plan be? To meet Uche in the pods? Say to Uche in the pods, you don't recognize me, you don't recognize me. And then he recognizes her and they're like, oh yeah, let's start from scratch and date so you could propose. I feel that Lydia is too smart to do something that seems so doomed. So I'm not convinced that Lydia went on the show for Uche. I need evidence to support that. And someone else said it and I agree. Where is the evidence for that? Where is the evidence, Mr. Screenshot? This bitch looked at my friend's story. So I don't know. Hopefully this will really be examined and uncovered and explained in the reunion because Lydia should sue. Period. I think I said it last time. Lydia should sue Uche. So Milton says, you're in X direction. She's in Y direction, meaning Lydia, and I'm in the Z direction. I kind of always live my life in the honeymoon phase. We're all on different dimensional planes. It is what it is. Imagine trying to get somebody worked up about who they're with, and they're just like, that was your drama, your bullshit. I'll text you in the group chat. I don't know. I said it in a TikTok video, Milton needs his own show. He needs his own series. Because he needs to teach all of us out here how to be as calm and collected and chill when we are dealing with vermin like Uche. So, let's see here. Uche, I just want to add that he has one of the ugliest smiles I've ever seen. And this weird, awkward, constipated laugh. This man gets me worked up. All right, so Stacy and Izzy, they attack Johnny. Chris is chill when when Johnny tries to, go to Chris and cry and explain or talk to him about what happened. And Chris is just like, that's okay. It's not a relationship. They're not in it, blah, blah, blah. So, word online is that Chris had a bitch before the show, ended his relationship, got on Love is Blind. They got back with his hoe after Love is Blind. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but that would explain why Chris really didn't give a shit when Johnny was crying to him. The reality is, there's so many stories about people having a relationship and dumping their partner for the show. Milton supposedly dumped his girlfriend, long-term girlfriend, for the show. Renee, who was with Carter who threatened to kill himself. Apparently Renee, there's rumors that Renee was with somebody before the show. Those are, because she got married 9 months after the show. Who knows? But there have been people who've gotten cast, who've been cast on the show, who are in a relationship. How is it like the show is too popular and too successful for there not to be a team looking into who the F they're casting? It's sloppy. And we don't hear these stories about any other show. Could be wrong, right? But I don't feel like I hear these stories about any other show but Love is Blind and maybe Perfect Match. So whoever, like, do better, please, because we are watching this show that is really going through the mud this season. The credibility of the show is just, the bar is on the ground. It is at ground level. So if people already don't like the cast members, don't like that we've only seen 2 couples, apparently 7 couples got engaged. What the F? Do better. Find people who are single. It's not that hard. All you got to do is talk to their MFing friends and family, and you can figure out who the hell was single and who the hell was in a relationship just a week before the show. Do better. Next, we got in my notes that Stacy is upset that Izzy cares so much about Johnny. I guess I get it. I don't think Stacy feels comfortable about how Izzy supposedly feels about her, and I just think that Izzy is not what she usually goes for, like looks wise. He's 4 years younger. I mean, she has her reasons for feeling insecure, but Izzy doesn't help because he says that he was turned on, and it's like Izzy has this obsession with Johnny. I feel that Izzy regrets not picking Johnny, and Izzy doesn't understand that on a show or in a competition where everybody's dating everybody else, it's okay to kind of twist what you say from person A to person B. If anything, Izzy is the one who did that. Izzy is the one who left 3 women that we know of, could have been more, left 3 women thinking that he was choosing them, and he only chose 1. Or Lydia, Lydia kind of took it too far, but he doesn't really shut people down until after they confess their love for him. So Izzy is just a problem. He is problematic. He is he's wasted. He's always drunk. He just talks kind of oddly. He's not articulate. He doesn't seem smart. Like Izzy they are mismatched. Izzy and Stacy are super, super mismatched. And I really so the only couple that gets married, yep, you guys are probably hearing this late. The only couple that gets married is Milton and Lydia. And I just cannot figure out for the life of me, if Stacy says no or if Izzy says no. That's what annoys me that I want to find out. So it's I know the spoiler that they don't get hitched. But I want to know who said no. Because it's some people think it was Stacy, some people think it was Izzy. I think it was Izzy. Because I think Izzy was on there for a paycheck to get his name out there. He's already selling cameos. He's already doing interviews. I think Izzy was on there to get out of debt and fix his credit. So it will be interesting to see if Stacy is the one who says no. Or if Izzy says yes. Whatever. I gotta see who says no. And my bet is Izzy. But I could also easily argue they could be Stacy. We will have to wait and see. And I hate how much this show feels like it's appointment television for me. I stay up or I watch it the following morning. And that's sad because Netflix is playing in my face too much by airing this shit at midnight. It's time to lose the midnight gimmick. We get it. Just all their shit should be released at 9 p.m. in whatever time zone. The midnight thing is cruel and it needs to stop. It's a really bad marketing tactic at this point. We're going to watch it anyway, so why not give it to us like without having to ruin our schedules and our sleep for the following day. Next, we got or Izzy, he cries in the closet like with him being drunk, like I don't know how much of that is genuine and how much he would have cried if he wasn't drunk. And I don't really trust Izzy, and I don't care that he cried. It's like it doesn't do anything for me. I like when a man cries, but not when Izzy. Like that's not, I think he's drunk. I think he's obsessed with Johnny. As soon as he walked in the door, he's talking about Chris and Johnny, and just let it go already. You're weird. So then we see that Milton's family is, I think they are too serious and intense. And I want to know, did Milton's family know that he would be on the show? Because if they did, they know the premise of the show and they need to shut the fuck up. I think his sister was doing too much. And I think his mom just came across as like overbearing. And that's, I don't know. He's grown. He's allowed to make his decisions. Lydia is successful, and 6-year age gap, it is definitely significant given their ages, but 24 and 30, but at the same time it's just like 10 years down the road, it's really not going to be that serious. Like, let it go. So I didn't enjoy Milton's family, and I didn't enjoy it at all. I know it feels very authentic having a family that opposes whenever they have these opposing family members, but I don't like it as a viewer because I'm like, you should already know that whatever family member is going to be on the show and they're going to get engaged quickly. Like, stop. I don't know, something about it I'm not into. And I feel like Netflix probably loves that, and these shows like love when they have conflict with the families. I don't enjoy watching it though, because I just feel like if I were on the other end, like I would hate that I would have to bite my lip and I couldn't go off. So, all right. So then we learn that Izzy is broke, and Stacy does not like that. And the way that Stacy is looking at me makes me so convinced that she is like, nope, not marrying him. Nope. Saying no at the altar. Like, I think that she is permanently turned off from Izzy because he doesn't have a credit card, possibly doesn't have a debit card. I don't know. I guess he had cash. We still don't know who paid for the gas at the gas station, but it seems that what is the most important thing to Stacy is being with a man who has money, and her finding out that Izzy has bad credit / doesn't have money. I don't think she's going to bend and fold and be with somebody who doesn't have money. And that's her choice, because I'm not a fan of hers. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her wanting somebody who has money. But I just feel that she was, and he said she was really angry. That's what Izzy says. And I just feel it's just sad, because everything Stacy has is because of the family that she was born into. And so I just don't really appreciate her lack of empathy and understanding and consideration for people who don't come from wealth. Because I remember one of my very close friends came from money, old money and new money. And that person is so in tune with his privilege. I've never seen anything like it. Just so in tune with his privilege, and so empathetic, and so aware of like people's struggles and the people who live paycheck to paycheck and how hard it is for certain people. And I don't get any of that from Stacy, and I understand she's only seen things one way and lived her life one way, but the bitch should not be on the show, because Love is Blind is not synonymous with casting millionaires and billionaires. So why are you on the show? If money is the most important thing to you, why are you on this show? That's what she needs to answer. Because I don't think it was for influencers, like some people have said. We don't think it was for that, because she already has money. She don't need money. then why are you on the show? Because the show is not casting people that you would want to be with, since money is so important to you. Next, we have Milton telling Lydia that she needs to be less reactive and more chill. He says this to her over a beautiful dinner. And the problem with Milton is he is too subdued. And he's with someone who's the opposite. And Milton doesn't understand that Lydia had every right to be upset because her ex is here trying to ruin her engagement with unfounded, ridiculous allegations. Everybody across the board is like, everybody looks at other people's stories. That's kind of what social media is for, and that is not stalking. So Lydia had every right to be upset, and I wish that Milton would acknowledge that instead of like trying to convince her that she needs to be more calm. I don't know how many people would be calm if they had to go through what Lydia was going through with Uche. So that's what I have to say about episode 8 and 9. Obviously, I didn't go over everything because I didn't need to. I went over all of the important bits and information or scenes. So I am so ready. And it's just like, I can't believe this season is 10 episodes. I feel like last season was at least 14. And I don't know. Netflix has to really do well with next season because it's not that people won't watch this show if next season is a bust as well, but I feel like the excitement will wane if they have people like they had on this season, which was a cast comprised of people that were unlikable for the most part. So we'll see what happens. Love y'all. Bye.